A very good morning. This is Mohammad Hani from second CSCB section, and the topic for my presentation is partition and mounting. So, moving on to the first slide, partition and mounting. As we discussed, the topic is partition and mounting. So, introduction to partitioning. So, what basically partitioning means? So, partitioning is a process of dividing a hard disk into separate sections. So, basically, in any device, I mean like PCs or laptops, we have hard disk as a storage. So, we divide this hard disk into several parts to actually for the efficient disk management. So, this is called as partitioning. And after division, we have several sections. Each division, that is, each section is termed as partition. And this allows for better organization and allocation of disk space. Now, what is a purpose of partitioning? The main purpose of partitioning is to enhance data management. Yeah, it allows different file systems to coexist on a single physical drive. On a single physical drive, we are actually creating multiple partitions so that disk management will be easier and data could be managed very easily and file systems can be on single physical drive and retrieval would be easy. And partitioning can also improve system performance and security as well. So, types of partitions. There are basically two types of partitions. The first partition is primary, and the second partition is extended. Primary partitions are limited to 4 on a standard MBR disk. And whereas extended partitions can contain multiple logical partitions, expanding usability. So basically, we can think of extended partitions as basically we have C drive in our PCs. If E extend add like E, F, D, E, F drives, these are all extended partitions on our device. Now, file system overview. So to understand the mounting process, first we have to understand the file system overview. A file system determines how data is stored and retrieved. Different operating systems support various file systems such as NTFS, FAT32 and ext4. The choice of file system can impact performance and compatibility. Yeah, the sentence itself says like the choice, the which file system we are choosing, it leads to the impact on the performance and compatibility as well. So creating a partition. How do we create a partition? So it can be done using disk management tools provided by the operating system. In disk management, like in the storage icon, like if we go inside that, there is a separate word called disk management. If we click on that, then with that tool, we can actually do partition. And users can define the size and type of each partition during the size. Yeah, I mean, during the process of this partition, we actually specify the space, like how much space we are going to allocate for this particular drive. And it's crucial to back up data before modifying existing partitions. Mounting. So, what is mounting basically? So, mounting is a process of making a file system accessible at a certain point in the directory tree. When a partition is mounted, its contents can be acted like any other directory. See, mount point is a directory where the file system is attached to the main file tree. If we consider all the files in a tree, I mean folder and sub folders inside the files, sub files, all this as a tree, then we can assume that if this tree of particular files is in C drive and we have the other partition as D drive, but we want for example, consider turbo C file we have in C drive and we are trying to access it from D drive. This is not possible unless and until we do mounting. It is not possible. So we have to do the mounting of turbo C present in C drive to the D drive in order to access the files. And how mounting works, how does this mounting works? So after we should use a keyword called mount in order to um, like access the files of another directory into the current directory. So operating system recognizes partition and file system type. Once mounted, users can do all the operations, that is read, write and modify files on that partition. So mounting methods, we have several mounting methods like during system boot, we automatically mounting process can be done or manually also can be done by usually. So in conclusion of mounting methods, we have two types. One is automatically by system boot and other is manually by users. So as we already discussed, mount command is used in Unix operating systems for manual mounting, and automatic mounting can be configured through system files like etc fstab. Now, what are the mount options? So, in Ubuntu operating system, in Unix operating system, sudo mount, we use a command called sudo, that is super do mount, uh, hyphen o in the sense options. Options, which options we are like trying to use? I mean, the options here are that is read, write, or no execute permissions in this. And these options provide flexibility and security based on user needs as well. And unmounting partitions. Once we have completed all our things like on the current partition, how do we unmount? We actually unmount by using a command called umount and followed by like which files we are actually have done already the mounting. So that file we add beside the umount command. So this actually unmounts and say I mean safely removes the mounted file system. And this actually prevents data loss and corruption by ensuring all operations are complete. Troubleshooting mount issues. How do we troubleshoot mount issues? Like during the mounting process, like what potential risk can be increased by this mount issues? So to understand that, first we have to understand file system corruption or incorrect settings also leads to the mounting issues. And how do we actually provide logs? In the sense, logs in the sense information of mounting issues. How do we do that is we use a command called DMESG command, and running file system checks can offer resolve issues before remounting. And security considerations. Properly setting permissions can mounted partitions is crucial for security. Since we are telling that mounting process is actually linked to the security, so we have to set permissions such that it is crucial for the process of security. And users should avoid mounting file systems with elevated privileges unless necessary. So if the user is requiring only read-only access permission, but we are providing extra permissions like write, execute, all these are all extra permissions for the user. So this is all not needed. If we provide unnecessary privileges to the users, then that might be like user there would be like quite we cannot. I mean, I like to say encryption cannot be done efficiently and to secure sensitive data stored on partitions. And partitioning tools. What partitioning tools do we use? Various tools are available for partitioning. Some are gparted, disk utility, and fdisk. These tools offer graphical interfaces and command line options for flexibility. Choosing the right tool depends on the user's comfort level and requirements. And in conclusion, partition and mounting are vital in efficient disk management in operating systems. And understanding this concept allows users to optimize their storage solutions. Effective partitioning and mounting practices contribute to overall system performance and reliability. Yeah, ultimately, this partition and mounting, what do they do is they contribute to the overall system performance increasing, like the fastness of the system reaction to any given query. This will be all done if we actually effectively do partitioning and mounting. So that's all for the presentation. Thank you for your patience listening.